Good morning. You listen to FordDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Phil Schrimper, right outside of Cincinnati. Phil, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Kemp. How are you? It's always good to talk to you.
It's good to talk to you. The last time I talked to you, we were sitting by the pool, I believe, at Lake Tahoe last fall at the Floor Expo meeting, so I wanted to catch up with you.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was definitely a great place to do an interview, Kemp. One more interesting place. This morning, I'm sitting here in my office looking out the window, still waiting for springtime to roll around.
Well, how are business conditions in Cincinnati?
Yeah, things are good, Kemp. I mean, obviously, we've had a little bit of cold weather here that's kind of slowed things down with a little bit of snow, but overall, things are good. I mean, things are solid. You know, the builder business has picked up significantly over last year again. Commercial business continues to do well, and the retail part of our business is also doing well. You know, I think as a company right now, we're up about 22%, so far since the first of the year as a company.
That's fantastic. You know, there's no way that the business is up that much, so you've got to be taking business from somebody to be growing that fast.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this a long time, Kemp. We've been in business 28 years, and, we've seen some good times and some bad times, and just, remaining steady on the course and taking care of our customers and things, your customers stick with you. And when they do well, we do well with them. So it's been good.
Yeah, well, let's focus on the residential remodel piece of the business for a minute. Most everybody that listens to this has never been to your store. It's in Westchester, Ohio, and it's 20,000 square feet, right?
That's correct, Kim. Our facility is 100, and when 20,000 of it is our showroom space. Yeah, it is rather large.
So it's a destination. People come there. I mean, they've heard about you, and they come there because they know you've got a wide assortment, right?
They really do, Kemp, and that's one of the things that I've always been amazed by is people come from all over the city. People drive, 25, 30 miles to come to the store to come out here to shop. We get a lot of people who come up from northern Kentucky and, obviously the east and west side of Cincinnati. We're located about 20 miles north of downtown Cincinnati is where Westchester is, and we have become a destination even far as people coming down from the Dayton market. Yeah, it's one of those things where people have been here before, and they're always impressed when they walk through the front door at the selection and, the different products and things that they can look at. And we obviously spend a lot of time keeping our showroom current, updated, new vignettes, new products, new products installed on the floor to try to give people, an experience of all the different options that are out there for floor covering for them.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that I know that you've done recently is you've gone to the Cincinnati Home Show. Talk a little bit about that, if you would.
Well, Kemp, we actually, the last 5 or 6 years, we've been doing the Home and Garden Show in Cincinnati, which has really turned out to be a good thing for us. We, as far as in terms of day in, day out advertising, we don't do a lot of, television and radio. We're doing a lot of sponsored home shows, or Homerama, Cincinnati Homerama. We were the corporate sponsor of that last year. And then, of course, we also do the Cincinnati Home and Garden Show. And this past year, the amount of people who were through the show, the enthusiasm and true buyers that were out in the marketplace looking to do home improvement. And, of course, all the different home improvement contractors are down here, but we always do a nice big booth space. I think this year our booth was, 25 by 45-foot booth, and lighting products, things that we had down here to really make the showcase our booth really highlighted it and got a lot of attention. The Chattanooga show was this past weekend as well, and there was an article in the paper on Monday that they said that traffic was up 20% versus the year before. I actually went down there and looked around. There were 4 different people there selling floor covering. It looked like that all 4 of them were extremely busy. Let me ask you how obviously you're not going to be able to sell somebody on the show floor in a big convention center. You might be able to show them a couple of products, but how do you hook them? How do you get them so they come to the store? We try to every year highlight or feature. And this year, our big theme on the soft service side was Stainmaster Pet Protect. We had a large display of all the Stainmaster products that were down there we were able to talk about, and of course, along with all the different hard service products we're showing. But we're really there to sell our company, to get our brand out there, make sure people know about us. And it's amazing how many people that come by our booth that have shopped with us in the past or been previous customers and are looking to update or redo their homes. And of course, the new customers we get the opportunity to meet. And we have in the past, been able to, offer some discounts and give them a little card so when they come to the store, we're able to track them, coming from the Home and Garden Show to know what we got. So you build brand just by being there, but you offer an incentive. So when they come up to your space, you say, here, since you were at the show, since you saw us, here's X percentage off. And then that's what draws them into the store, right? Yeah, absolutely. But then get to, kept having a very professional booth and things that are presented and merchandised well and the whole image of your company. I mean, everybody has competitors out there, and you always try to, set yourself, apart from them on how you appear and what your booth looks like and, the appearance of your staff and the products that you're showing. And when they walk into your booth, they can tell that they're about to get a different experience. And I think people really appreciate that.
Okay, so they know they're dealing with professionals, and then give them a percentage off. So you talked about Pet Protect. Tell me what else is selling now as far as trends.
Well, Kemp, the hardwood business is very, very well for all of us now. That part of it's been good. The vinyl plank market's obviously good, but hardwood in general is just a very, very high product. I mean, all different parts of it, from the sand and finish end of it to the pre-finish end of it. I see it every day when I make it a point, before I go home at night, to walk through the warehouse and see what's staged for the next day. And it's amazing, how over the years I've seen, the carpet shipments go down and our hardwood shipments go up. Pretty much that's continuing again this year. So, carpet-wise, the carpet that people are buying, it seems like it's either the entry level, maybe on the builder side, and it's definitely the upper end market. The middle of the road is pretty much kind of dried up. People are either, if they're buying carpet, they're spending the money putting nice stuff in. If not, they're kind of looking at it as more of a disposable type product on the low end.
If you're selling Pet Protect and you're selling upper end carpet and you're selling hardwood, sounds like most of your clientele is more on the upper end of the business, right?
That's correct, Kemp. We've been very, very fortunate, to develop a good brand over the years, and develop a good customer base where we've been able to really kind of maintain that, that middle to upper end market. And that's what's been good, really, really good for us. And I guess, when I look at our average selling price, that we purchase from our vendors on the floor covering end of it, and it's significantly higher than what our competitors are selling. That's for sure.
Well, Phil, I wanted to talk to you. I'd heard you've been doing well, up 22%. That's amazing. Again, been talking to Phil Schrimper, who's the owner of JP Flooring Systems in Westchester, Ohio, outside of Cincinnati. And you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.